Parasite is a glorious milestone in the history of Korean cinema. Today, let's delve into this film, analyze the director's composition, and masterful use of cinematic language. The movie Parasite tells the story of the Kim family, who, through a series of intricate lies and schemes, infiltrate the wealthy Park family one by one. Their actions ultimately alter the fates of both families. The film Parasite was shot in a 2.39:1 widescreen aspect ratio. This choice was not accidental. Director Bong Joon-ho and his cinematographer Hong Kyung-pyo skillfully utilized the characteristics of this format to serve the narrative of class division, aspect ratio, and distribution of space. The widescreen format is exceptionally well suited for depicting horizontal, expansive spaces. In the Park family's home, the wide aspect ratio perfectly captures the spaciousness and luxury of the villa when the camera pans across the living room, garden, or corridors. The widescreen allows us to perceive a sense of spatial wastefulness and ease. This very emptiness is a manifestation of supreme wealth. They have ample space to squander. In the Kim family's home, the same wide aspect ratio, when used in the semi-basement, emphasizes a sense of horizontal oppression. When the family searches for a Wi-Fi signal by the window they are pressed at the bottom of the frame, while the upper portion is dominated by the wall and the street outside. Here, the widescreen does not create openness. Instead, it acts like an insurmountable chasm, highlighting the constraints and deprivation of their lives. Aspect ratio and sense of confinement. The film contains numerous shots framed through doorways, windows, and hallways. The wide aspect ratio makes these frame within a frame compositions more pronounced, as if the characters are imprisoned within layer upon layer of borders. Bong Joon-ho's Parasite is not merely a story about class. It is, in itself, a structure of class built through camera work and composition. We will analyze three key visual storytelling tools: spatial composition, gaze guidance, and camera movement, visualizing class disparity through vertical and horizontal spatial contrasts. Composition. The level sightline aligns the feet of pedestrians outside with the inhabitants inside, visually anchoring them to the bottom of the social hierarchy. Narrative function. This compositional choice generates a sense of oppression and vulnerability to exposure, directly conveying how poverty strips away agency and dignity. Scene 2. The upstairs world of the Park residence. Composition. Extensive use of low-angle shots and upward framing emphasizes the villa's imposing, elevated status. The open layouts and radiant lighting starkly contrast the Kim family's basement. Narrative function. The architecture itself becomes a direct symbol of wealth and social stratification. This visual representation of an ascending path fuels the character's aspirations while quietly foreshadowing the impending tragedy. Staircases as pathways of class, and gaze as a tool of power. Scene 3. The connecting or dividing staircase. Composition. The staircase is depicted as an almost endless, oppressive descending passage. Narrative function. This represents not just a physical descent, but also a fall in social status and psychological state. It visually concretizes the insurmountable gap between the two families. How camera movement externalizes emotion and conflict. The chaotic scene of a birthday party. The segment where Ki-taek assassinates President Park. Cinematography. The previously stable composition switches to handheld camera work, resulting in intense shaking of the frame. Narrative function. The loss of control in the cinematography perfectly externalize the characters' inner collapse and the breakdown of the entire social order. The hypocritical peace between classes is replaced by the most primitive and violent conflict. The shots is the narrative. As we have seen in Parasite, the shots itself is the most powerful narrator. From the oppressive semi-basement to the towering villa, from scrutinizing gazes to uncontrolled motion, the director does not directly speak of class disparity. Instead, through masterful composition, he makes us experience it firsthand. This is precisely where the magic of cinema lies.